Today we're diving deep into a really profound concept, one that's said to live at the very core of our being, Kundalini. We're going to explore it as a key to rediscovering our deepest biological and spiritual roots, this powerful sleeping force that's inside each and every one of us. So, let's figure out what it is and, why it even matters. So let me ask you something. Do you ever feel lost in a maze of rationality? Like you're ticking all the boxes, doing everything you're supposed to, but there's still this feeling of being disconnected from something deeper, something more real inside you? Well, this ancient idea might just hold an answer to that very modern feeling. And that feeling of disconnect, well, it points directly to what we can call our modern dilemma. We've made these incredible leaps in the outside world, right? But in doing so, we've created this huge gap between all our progress and our actual connection to our inner being. I mean, think about it. Our intense focus on technology, on science, reason, it's given us amazing things, but it's also kind of created this gulf. It's disconnected us from the very foundation of our biological nature, from our built-in capacity for love and connection, and from that deeper part of ourselves that you just can't measure or stick in a spreadsheet. So, if we want to bridge that gap, we've got to get back to basics, the very bedrock of our existence. Let's take a look at 3 fundamental principles of life. These are the innate rules that guide not just us, but all living things. Okay, so this is so cool. These are the 3 core principles. First up is self-organization. This is the wild idea that there is a kind of consciousness in every single one of your cells telling it what to do. Then is self-regeneration. That's our body's incredible natural power to heal itself and keep everything in balance. And finally, there's connectivity, which is described as the basic force of love that holds us all together. And these aren't just fuzzy ideas, they're biological realities happening inside you right this second. Alright, with those biological building blocks in place, we can now turn to the main event. The heart of our explainer, this energy known as Kundalini, which is often poetically called the Golden Goddess. So, where does Kundalini fit into all this? This slide makes a really clear distinction. On one side, you have science, right? It studies the world of matter, everything we can touch and measure. But on the other side, you have Kundalini, which isn't described as part of that world, but as the actual source that matter comes from. It's said to be a force that works beyond our normal rules of time, space, cause, and effect. Now this is key. This isn't some energy you can just brute force your way or conquer with your ego. Not at all. It's said that it only responds to a pure, genuine search for truth. And when it does respond, it doesn't bring a struggle. It brings this incredible feeling of abundance, beautifully described as quenching your deepest thirst with the sweetest ambrosia. So, to find this energy, we have to understand our own inner layout. Think of it as a journey inward through 3 different layers. First, there's our physical being, our body, the house we live in. Go a little deeper and you find our emotional being. That's the world of our feelings and thoughts. But right at the very, very center, the source of it all, is our spiritual being. And it's in that sacred space that the Kundalini is resting. And get this, the spiritual energy is even said to have a specific physical address. It's described as lying dormant right inside the sacrum bone at the base of your spine. And what's fascinating is that the word sacrum actually comes from the Latin word for sacred. So, in this sacred bone, the energy is coiled 3.5 times, just waiting. But what's it waiting for? And why is it even there? Well, this brings us to the power of desire. And we're not talking about wanting a new car. We're talking about the fundamental driving force behind our whole search for meaning in life. Let's break that down. The Kundalini is seen as the leftover creative energy from the desire that brought us into existence in the first place. But it also represents our own deep personal desire to figure out our purpose, to find our ultimate meaning. It's this living energy patiently waiting for just the right moment, the right person, the right seeking, to wake up and finish that journey. Now I get it, the idea of waking up some powerful dormant energy might sound a little intimidating. But everything about Kundalini emphasizes how incredibly gentle it is. This is not some aggressive force. It can never ever harm or dominate you. It's described as being completely respectful of your freedom, and its very essence is pure love and compassion. It's all about nurturing you. This quote from Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi says it all so perfectly. She is your individual mother. How can she harm you? She knows everything about you and is anxiously waiting to give you your second birth. I mean, wow, this reframes it completely, doesn't it? It's not a scary unknown force. It's the most personal, protective, and loving energy you can possibly imagine. So what happens when this energy finally does awaken? What's the endgame here? This brings us to the ultimate result, the grand finale of this inner journey, the experience of becoming collectively conscious. Okay, that's a pretty huge concept, so let's use an analogy to make it a little clearer. Think about an old film reel. If you look at it frame by frame, you just see a bunch of separate still pictures, but when you project them at high speed, they all blend together into one continuous movie. The idea here is that awakening the Kundalini raises your inner frequency so high that your sense of being a separate individual self just melts into the experience of one universal self. You become one. That is just mind-blowing. This experience isn't just something that happens inside you, for you alone. The moment you connect with that spiritual core in yourself, you're automatically connected to the exact same energy that exists in every other person. It's a direct felt experience of total unity. And what's the moment of awakening actually like? Is it this big dramatic explosion? Nope. An ancient text describes it with such incredible beauty and softness. It's as subtle as a lamp flame or a flash of lightning in the sky. Just a moment of pure, brilliant, quiet awareness. So let's wrap this all up. What are the big takeaways here? Well, we've seen how Kundalini is presented as this amazing bridge between our physical, biological world and our spiritual potential. Awakening it isn't just some abstract idea, it's the actual path back to those deep roots we talked about, a way to finally close that gap from our modern dilemma. And maybe most important of all, reconnecting with ourselves so deeply doesn't lead to being alone. It leads to a profound experience of unity with everyone. And that really just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We spend so much time looking for connection and unity out there in the world. But what if the strongest, most real bridge to that collective unity we're all searching for is already built right inside of you, just waiting for you to take that first step and cross it?